All right, so another thing that I got before I even moved in my house was a ceiling rack system. Um, I have a bunch of stuff. As you can see, I got to go through all of it, get rid of a bunch of stuff. I have a lot of, like I have a lot of models and small car parts that are light and stuff like interior parts, um, and a lot of stuff from Japan and stuff like that, and like I said, whatnot. And so uh, this rack actually holds up to 600 pounds, it said. And initially I had two, so I paid like 400 something for it. And I realized I only need one. So and like I said, the space, when I look at it, I didn't want to feel so cluttered as far as like a bunch of stuff, storage wise. And so I returned one, and I just used this one. And it was interesting to put together because you have to put it together. At least we started by putting it together, and then we measured it. And like I said, we wanted to make sure it was on the studs, or what do you call them, joints, just because we want to make sure. And I actually did a pull up. you know I'm heavy, so I actually did a pull up on there just to test the tension. But all the other stuff up there is super light, so like um, it worked out. I'm super happy with it, and I'm having, like I said, I kind of wish. I mean, I just don't know where I would have put the other one, because I didn't want to put it there and just make it feel like everything's lower. I liked it out of the way. I originally wanted to put it over here under the garage, with the garage. But the one thing that pointed out is that if you look at the level, it's barely there, like touching the garage door. The other thing too is that the rails, if I had to put it, because I had to put it this way or the long way, but you can't adjust it, like make it a different configuration. It's either like this or the long way, just because you're limited with the brackets that they gave you. And so if we would have put it like this wide along here, it just would have been, like I said, one thing, that how far it drops down was like, just very close. But the other thing too is that since the rails are on each side, I wouldn't be able to grab stuff from the side. Like here, I can grab from the front, and I can grab from that side. But if I put it here, I would really be stuck with just grabbing it from the front. Maybe be able to push it from the back. I mean, nothing impossible or difficult, but um, I'm actually happy where it's at. And I had my Previa in here just to see how it fits and how it would look, and it looked awesome. So anyways, yeah, that's what's that I'm super happy. This is the Fleximount kit that I got off Amazon. There are other ones. I did want to grab one of the main ones. I forgot the name of it, but their price it was like $350. Then it turned to like another $100 for two. So that's the reason why I gave out. Now, also the other issue besides trying to mount it properly, it was difficult. And there was three of us that had to mount this. It was super difficult because we had to try to lift it up, and then we try to put the mounts in and stuff like that. Now, thinking about it, we could have put the mount in first, or the suspension, and then try to put it from there. But you still had to have someone lift it up, and that was difficult. And again, like I said, we had to make sure we did it in the wood and stuff like that. And the sketchy part, when we were doing this at first, we're like, man, if we hit that fire sprinkler, it's just gonna go off. So I'm gonna actually get some sprinkler covers, for a couple of these here, just because I just want to be safe, as far as like where I put stuff. Anyways, so that is the Fleximount kit. Really cool. I think it's 4x8. Yeah, it's 4x8. That's what it is. This is the big one, the 4x8 set. Definitely worth it. A little bit more difficult than it seemed to install, but it worked nonetheless.